Hi COP 1000 students, Dennis here. Moving on into Module 5, let's talk about math operators, and we'll also talk about variables. So in Python and most programming languages, the plus stands for addition, the asterisk is multiplication, subtraction is minus, traditional division is the /, modulus division, which returns the remainder, and only works with integers, is the percent sign. If you want to raise something to an exponent, it is a double asterisk. And then we also, in our math, will have parentheses. We need the parentheses because of order of operations, and Python and most programming languages will start with anything in parentheses in an equation, and then anything raised to an exponent, and then from left to right, multiplication, division, integer division, and modulus division. And then left to right, addition and subtraction. Here's a little bit of math. If I took 8 plus 3, I would get 11. 8 minus 3, 5. 8 divided by 3, this is not integer division, but traditional division, is 2.666, so it returns a floating point number. But if I do 8 integer divide by 3, I get a whole number, so it just chops off everything to the right of the decimal place. So therefore, I get the whole number 2. And then if I would type 8 mod 3, I would get the remainder, what was left over after this 2. So in this case, it would be, goes in there 2 times, which would be 6, with a remainder of 2. And if I can write an equation which would be something like 8 times 8 times 8, which would be 512, or I can replace that with 8 raised to a 3, which is 512. As you know, a variable is a placeholder for a value. A variable can also be called an alias for a value. So maybe I could say the variable number equals 5. So number is a placeholder for the value 5, or number is an alias for the value 5. Variable is going to have a name. You and I are going to make them up. They should be meaningful. Variable names for this class must be written in camel case notation. Camel case. So then you should say, hey, what is this camel case notation? And it's real simple. No underscores, no dashes, no special characters, just words. For example, hourly rate, top 10 quarterback, or backs. So what you do is you say, it's just a group of words that express something, such as day of the week. All letters in the word will be lowercase, except for starting with the second word, it'll start with a capital letter. Each word thereafter starts with a capital letter. Let's do it again. Oops. So everything is in lowercase, starting with word 2, that's a capital I, and each word thereafter is a capital letter. And you can see the same thing down in here. So what you would call the equal sign, we don't call equals in programming. This is not equals. It's actually one of my operators, and this guy right here that looks like an equals, it's called the assignment operator or the gets operator. The assignment operator or the gets operator. This is an example of how it works. The assignment or the gets operator. So if I have a variable named value and I set it to 5, I would say value gets 5, or I would say value is assigned 5. Let's say I have a variable called age. I could say age gets 27, age gets 27, or I could say age is assigned 27, age is assigned. So we don't want to say age equals 27. We want to say age gets 27 or age is assigned. So here's something we can do with the variables. We can say age gets 15, adjust is assigned 7. I could say age, which in this case is 15, plus adjust, which is 7. That equals 22. So age now would equal 22. And here I would say 22 integer divided by 3. Well, that goes in there 7 times. I chop off the remainder. So this would be 7. Age is assigned whatever age has in it, and shows integer division 3. Cool. So we're going to do an example now in using idle. We're going to begin with 3 values or 3 variables. Variable A equals 5, variable B equals 9, and variable C equals 3. We're going to show the values on separate lines. We're going to show the sum, the product, the result of A minus B, and minus C. So I'm actually over here in idle. I have begun to define my main function. I'm going to start using this little divider, which says this is the end of main, and this is where main gets called. Other functions later you'll see will go up here. So here we are. Inside of main, we have to indent, and it says 3 variables. Value A gets 5, value B gets 9, and value C gets 3. So the specs say, it says show them on 3 separate lines. So we'll print. Just going to copy that 3 times and say this would be value B, this would be value C, and this would be variable B, and this would be variable C. So I'm going to run this code up to this point. And there's my output. So my output is value A equals 5, B equals 9, C equals 3. So if we look at the specs, the next thing we need to do is the sum. So the sum would be value A plus value B plus value C. I believe the product is going to be value A times value B times value C. And this has to be lined up with the indentation. So all of this code is a block under main. The next thing I would need to do is the subtraction. Some variable name subtract, and that's going to be A minus B minus C. And then after that, if you read the specs, I'm going to divide value B by the value A. So I'm going to say DIVIDE1 gets value B divided by value A. And then the next spec was I was to do the same thing using integer division. So I'm supposed to do the exact same thing using integer division. So integer division would be a double /, and this time I'll store this in divide number 2. And then lastly, I'm going to take that exact same equation and I'm going to get the remainder. So that would be value B, I believe, modulus division, value A again. Okay, if all that worked, and I'm going to run it, F5, and when I run it, there's the output, but the output came from these print statements because I don't have any statements that shows what's going on down here yet. So I think I need to write those and then run it again. So we have to display the, what I'll do here is put a blank line. That gets me a blank line. It gives me a blank line. Maybe this kind of goes like this. Okay, now I'm going to say print. I'll say something like the product is, comma, product. Notice I forgot the sum, so let's do that again. The sum is, because it came first. Align my columns up so it looks pretty. Personal preference here. The next thing would be the product. Next thing would be the subtraction thing. So the subtraction statement is, as you see it, after that is divide 1, divide 2, and remainder. Probably have better names for this. And lastly would be the remainder. And now let's see it run. Print value A, B, and C. A, B, and C. The sum of these numbers is 17. The product is 135. If I subtract 9 from 5 and then 3 from 5 at the same time, I get a -7. If I divide this by this, it goes in 1.8 times using floating point. But if I do integer division, the answer is only 1, so it goes in there 1 time with a remainder of 4. Here's the remainder. That's the program. Other than maybe cleaning it up, doing some other things in that nature, but that's all I need here. And finally, let's summarize what we've done. So we've talked about the various math operators. We learned what a variable is, how to name one, how to use it. In doing so, we talked about camel case notation. We learned how to use print to display output. We learned about our escape sequences, and we learned how to write, compile, and run a program with math in it. See you in the next video.